Dear student, today I would like to introduce the fourth unit. That is the first chapter, fourth unit, the jungle air crash. The jungle air crash. It was written by Juliana Kapok. Before that, we want to know this: what is that unit heading? The dawn of hope. That means rise. The dawn means rise of hope. Hope, Yes. Keep your face always towards the sunshine, and the shadows will fall behind you. There's a Walt Whiteman's quotations here. So the fourth unit, Dawn of Hope, that is your second book, second English, the part of second English textbook is we are now dealing. Okay, fourth unit in second text, part of second book, part second English textbook. Have you ever been inspired or motivated by someone in your life? Have you? Who has inspired you in your life? What is the role of inspiration in shaping your personality? So many questions here asking. So before you want to know jungle air crash, Juliana Kapok, you want to know Juliana Kapok, the other. This is a narrative incident. Here is about the author, Juliana Diller or Juliana Marger Kapok was born in 10th October 1954. Okay, still is alive. Okay, is a German race biologist born in Peru. She was German. Okay, she is best known as the sire of survived among 90 passengers and crew in the 24th December 1971 crash of Lana Hare 15th in this Peruvian rainforest. She was born in Peru, but she was exactly a German woman. Okay, memories writes Every Jingles in the Sky is an international bestseller and is grouping account of a harrowing adventures and an inspired life. Anyway, Juliana Kapok, it was the narrative. She was born in 10th October 1954 in Germany. She was born in Peru and live in German woman. Born and brought up in Peru, right? Okay. So, what is says about this narrative? This narrative says about a air crash incident. Air crash. You know air crash? Where it is happened? In a jungle. Oh, really? It is a very terrific, is it? Before that, I would like to ask you, one question is that have you ever traveled in air or have you traveled in aeroplane? Oh, really? Most of them is it? From where to where? Okay, then. What did you experience? Okay. Okay. In some extent, we have to discuss this experience after. But here, we want to discuss the experience of Juliana Kapok. What happened in the air crash, the jungle air crash. The air crash happened in jungle. That is why it is the jungle air crash, the title here. I think this has happened in Juliana Kapok life. See this here. Now let's read this survival story. This is a survival story of a 16-year-old girl. Yeah. 16-year-old girl. At that time, Juliana Kapok, 16-year-old girl called Juliana Kapok. Her life narrative here. Life incident happens explained her. Okay. At that time she was how many years old? 16 years old. 16 years, 1 6. The way she handled a dangerous situation exemplifies this matchless power of these human minds. Yes. That means human power. That means man, but is a determined power. That means confidence, everything is attained. The willpower to withstood in the old and the determinations to succeed. Here is also the human power is mentioned here, willpower and determination and confidence, everything. He would sustain his life during the time of the air crash. Okay, that means when it happened, Juliana Kapok, 16 years old. Then we want to know, discuss about the, let us start the jungle air crash. I have always enjoyed flying. I mean here Juliana Kapok. That means he liked to flying, more interesting to flying. My mother and I boarded Lanza Airlines. That means boarded means here staying. That means she is now what is doing? Flying with an airlines called Lanza Airlines, just like Indian Airlines, just like Gulf Airlines, just like that of British Airlines, Jet Airways, Indigo. Like this, we can say that the Lanza Airlines flight number 508. That means in that airlines, she and her mother traveling. As I had just finished secondary school in Lima. Lima is a Peru town. That means Lima is a place, Peru. Okay, she just completed his secondary education, and we wanted to spend Christmas. For what they are flying? They are means here mother and our other Juliana Kapok. She was 16 years old. She want to spend her mother and she want to spend Christmas with her father in our jungle hut. They have a hut means house in jungle also in Peru. So they want to spend Christmas there. That is why Juliana Kapok and her mother traveling to Lima. Where what is the job of this? An ecologist means is connected to nature. Natural scientist is ecologist and a mother is an orientologist. That means connected to birds study. Orientologist means those who are expert in birds study, and it is ecologist means is connected to nature. So father is an ecologist and mother is an orientologist. That means she is very expert in the study of birds, different kinds of birds. So both are very good job in father and mother. Held the professorship at San Marcos University in Lima, and we spent a lot of time in the jungle where they carried out research. That means they used to go. That means the jungle hut in Lima. This time they are going to spend for Christmas. And father's job is here said that for ecologist, whereas mother is orientologist. But now mother and Juliana Kapok flying in order to spend Christmas with his father. Father is in Lima at that time. So the flying start. The airlines is named here Lanza Airlines, flight number 508. And mother and Juliana Kapok stayed in this. Means now is inside the jungle, inside the air. I means aeroplane. So that is the first paragraph says. The first paragraph says about what? That means aeroplane name. What is that? Lens Airlines, flight number 508. And her age is 16 years old. Juliana Kapok at that time 16 years old. She very much liked flying. Now they are in the flight, inside the flight. They are going to spend Christmas with her father. Father is an ecologist. Mother is orientologist. And now they are going by aeroplane for spending Christmas with her father. That's where the destination is in Jungle House in Lima. Lima is a place where in Peru. The situation is now happened in Peru and Peruvian jungle. Okay. So let's start. Now aeroplane starts with Juliana Kapok and her mother. Then second paragraph, listen second paragraph. I was sitting in the third row of seats from the rear. Rear means back. From the back, I was sitting in the third row. Row means near. Okay. Seats from this rear, that means backs, next to the window. Yes, she can see the window. Mother sat beside me. A man we didn't know on the side. A side means side. So in the three seats, window seat is occupied by Juliana Kappa, and in the middle there was a unknown man, and this side comes to be as who mother, whose mother, Juliana Kappa mother. Okay, side means side, near side. Okay, everything seemed quite normal. Now the flying time is everything is very correct, normal. Everybody is very interestingly, happily sitting at their seats. The takeoff, phrasal verb is there. Takeoff means it's starting. The climb over the snow-covered Andes. Andes is mountain. Here is Andes mountain name. Andes is mountain name. Snow-covered. That means Andes is now. This mountain is when she looked in down. When flight in takeoff. Now in the air. At that time she just looking down. Have you ever looking down while you are carrying your flight? Yes, very interesting scene we can see. Here she looked it out in outside wind, that means inside the window. She can see the mountain is covered with snow. It was very interesting moment. And they had a air hostess. They have to serve breakfast. That means they are smiling steward. The steward means here air hostess. Then the green jungle stretching east to the horizon. After that, she saw into the window down green jungle stretching. Stretching means very long acres of what? Jungle. The jungle is spreading. No other things. Fully jungle. That means fully forest. East to the horizon. That means it's natural. People were reading or chatting. Some people inside the flight, they are reading. Some people are talking or chatting. Everyone was in a holiday mood because it's a Christmas vacation. Everyone here means the passengers on board. They are very happy. Some people are chatting. Some people are reading. Some people just use this breakfast with a smiling stewards. Okay. Okay, the scene we can see, first of all, this mountain named Andes is covered with the snow. After that, in the eastern side of this Lima, stretching forest, that means green forest, green jungle, we can, as she can see into these window seats of the plane. That is the second paragraph. But anyway, all passengers are very happy because it's a Christmas mood. Everyone has their own vacation. So that's the things is happened in second paragraph. Still the flight is what happened? Yes, going on. Third paragraph. In clear weather, the weather is very clear, no rain, no too hot. The flight from Lima to Pucallpa. Pucallpa is the place the state, I mean place where they want to relive. Okay, is one of these most beautiful in the world. So here is the flight is starting from Lima to Pucallpa. But 30 minutes after takeoff, yes, something is happened now. The incident happens. Nobody expects such kinds of incident. This incident, what was an accident or incident? That means visibility diminished. That means we can't see the outside. Okay, diminished means low, low, low. And then all of a sudden, what happened? We hit a storm front. Oh my God. The tragedy comes. Hit a strong storm. Storm, the wind is shaped into a strong way. That is, we can call the storm. The storm comes out. A powerful wind comes out and hit the aeroplane. And this time, it was completely different from anything I had experienced before. So she didn't get such kinds of interference in before while she traveled from Lima to Piccola. What here now happened, a strong wind comes out and everything is now changed. It was unexpected things and also it was considered to be as a inexperienced with her. Okay. Broad daylight turned to be night around us. Broad means inside the plane. Daylight turned night around us. Lightning was flashing instantly from all direction. That means here and there light is flashing. Dim and come out, light. At the same time, an invisible power began to share our aeroplane as if it was a plaything. Something more than a strong wind, I mean storm, invisible hands also control this plane. We can't see invisible, we cannot see it. So strong storm caused a force and damage in plane. At the same time, some invisible things also. It is also seemed by Juliana Capo. Okay. People cried out. I'm sorry. At the same time, an invisible power began to shake our aeroplane. Yes. That means aeroplane now shaking. Shivering now. Aeroplane is now shaking as if a plaything. Just like a plaything, it is shaking. The big one is now shaking. What happened? People cried out as objects fell on their heads. That means there so much luggages are there in there. Some of the place they have to stored in aeroplane. That luggages are comes forward and hit on their heads and the body here and there, just like bags, flowers, packages, toys, jackets, and clothing rain down hard on us. That means these things are flying now inside the plane and it is hit on this body and people are cried out objects fell on their heads. Now people are cried because these things are fell on their heads and body, especially these things, bags, heavy bags, flowers, packages, toys, jackets, and clothing rained down hard on us. Hard on us means we are passengers. So that's why they are crying. Moreover, aeroplane is now shaking and at the same time strong wind is here and there. Okay. Rained hard on us. Okay. Sandwich trays and bags soared through the air. Yes, sandwich trays are there. That is maybe used by air hostess. That's also flying now. And what is that? Trays and bags. I already told it. Okay, there. People were frightened. People means here inside the passengers of the flight. They are frightened. They are afraid too much. They screamed. That means they have to cry loudly with the fear and started to cry. Yes, that means screamed means fearful cry. Okay. Outside, I saw a sort of bright yellow flame shooting from this right wing. That is, he saw something. She saw something uh, inside the window, because she is seated near the window side. She saw something is shooting from the right wing. That means yellow flame. Flame means what is that? Light. I was blinded by that blazing light. Blinded means is automatically she closed her eyes because of that flame. That means blazing light. Blaze means powerful light. While at the same time, I heard my mother saying quite calmly that my mother is now, what she doing? She say that now it is all over. No problem, girl. You don't panic. Now it is all over. Everything is controlled. An instant later, there was a violent shaking, and I found myself outside the plane. Oh my God! What happened? A violent storm comes out. Plane is shaking. After what happened? She is now flying outside the air. She is now not in the aeroplane. She is outside there. That means something happened in the aeroplane. Flying apart from it. Yes. Now in the air. Oh my God. Still strapped into my seat. That seat belt is also putting, no, that is by with the seat. She is flying on the air now. Air means outside air, not inside. She is now outside the plane. Okay, with the seat. Okay. But I was alone, and I was falling. That is, she is now down. She is now going to down. That means she is falling from air to earth. Oh my God. That means serious incident happened. Now plane is crashed. She is now falling with his seat belt and seat, but nobody accompany her. She is now falling into jungle. See what happened next. Then what happened? I can remember turning over and over in the air. I remember thinking that jungle trees below looked like cauliflower. Then I lost consciousness. She now fell down in the earth. She can't remember everything because she's at that time unconscious. That means lost the conscious. That means unconscious. At that time when she get the conscious, she is now lying on the jungle. That means up to the tree, strong trees. And she felt it is just like a tree plant is just like a cauliflower. Now she is now in the air after the plane crash with its seeds maybe, and she is now near the plant now. That means tree plants down there. She lost the conscious, and after she got conscious, she now understood. She means here Julia Capoc understood that what she is now in the jungle. Okay. It was it was still light when the rain woke up me. I was lying unable under the section of three seats turned upside down. Yes. That means playing there too much seats are falling down with her. That heavy seats, the 3 or 4 seats are upon her while this falling. There was no sign of my mother. She tried to find out the mother, but not there. Of any other passengers, no other passengers also near the side in the jungle or the plane. Plane also not there. Plane things also not there. That means it has happened while she got conscious. All I could hear were frogs croaking. Now I heard, that means Julian Capo heard only the frogs cracking. That means frogs crying sound. Okay. And the rain also very heavy. Rain sound and frog sounds as she heard. I had a bump on my head. Bump means here is mura. There comes because of heating. That time there comes bump on my head and the gash in my foot are gashing. That means there's some injuries comes out in the foot. I felt no pain, but I couldn't muster the energy to move and look around. She tried to get an energy to muster to recollect the energy to look here and there. Now she is in the jungle, a thick jungle. Thus I spent the whole night lying under the seat half asleep in shock. That is a night time full. She spent her time in the jungle under the aeroplane seat. This is a situation she faced while she was falling from aeroplane to jungle. She saw this frogs are there, they're cracking, and this rain. It is only she's being heard. She understood it was jungle. It was a too hard jungle forest. The stretching jungles are green jungles, and she's have some injury that is in the top in the front face front. That means there is a bump comes out and a gash in this legs. So she tried to find out some other passenger, but not there. No plane, no passengers, no mother. She is now alone in the jungle. She tried to come up. I spent the whole night there. That means the one thing she is 16 years old. Remember, she spent all of the time in the jungle at night. Oh my God! Can you possible that you spend it the whole night at night in jungle alone? Very difficult. At the same time, sounds of this wild animal and also very dark and rain also is heavy rain also. So I think it's very difficult to spend at night in jungle. So before she was in up, that means air aeroplane. Now she was in down, that is inside the jungle. Then the remaining thing is that how she survived by her determination, by her willpower. That is two good qualities human qualities are here mentioned. What are they? Willpower and determination. These are the two good qualities human power are used by our 16 years old girl Juliana Kapok. Then she saved her life. Let us see after that whether she is got his life or not up to that times. Okay. So just to check it, some of the question, and you should have to. I told HSS Live Guru. You can find it the question and answer there. You should have to write this to your notebook. It's just this. You can accept one essay from the jungle air crash. You must read this up to this. Okay. And this the narrator name is Juliana Kapok. This is a narrative, not exactly story way. It is a narrative. Juliana Kapok, that means a 16 years old girl. Narrations we can see here. After she was very impressed, I mean, very great writer. Her photos we can see in the author's column. And the important thing is that the two power, that means two matchless power is there. Human mind, that is that willpower and withstand the determination is also two important power here mentioned. That is the things is very important point in this jungle aircraft. Juliana Kapok possess these two power. What are the two power? Willpower and strong determination. Then we want to discuss this matter to next class. All right. So just to read it up to this and find out the meaning in your HSS Live Guru, that in the guide book. Okay, that's all. Take care. Bye.